Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to more Let's Play Path of Radiance. We're going to start Chapter 3 in this video, so let's get to it. Okay, so as I said in the last video, there are a lot of axe users in this chapter. There are a lot of fighters and a lot of brigands. So Ike is going to be your main man for this chapter. Now, with that being said, you have two new units with you, Shinon and Gaytree. Gaytree is a lance user, a knight to be exact, so he has very high defense, but he also has advantage over sword users, and there are a few sword users in this battle, so you're going to use Gaytree for those, for the ones he can actually get to, because something does happen to the other two sword users in this battle, and you'll see what I'm talking about later on. As for Shinon, Shinon is an archer. Well, actually not really an archer, he's a sniper, which is the advanced second class of an archer. So he is in a sense like Titania, in that he's in a higher class and he will also hog experience. So you want to kind of avoid using Shinon for right now. He can be a pretty good unit, but for now, as I said, he won't be very helpful in this battle, especially if you use him. So my advice is to bench him for this battle, but since you have to take him with you in this battle, just put him over to the side, keep him out of enemy range, and just do what you do with Titania normally, because you really don't need him. Now, about archers, or snipers, archers and snipers to be exact, bows are actually a long-range weapon. They can go 2 spaces, sometimes 3, depending on what kind of bow you're using. But they can't attack enemies that are adjacent to you. So if enemies come up to your archers or snipers when they're only 1 space away and they attack you, your sniper or archer won't be able to counterattack. So that is kind of risky. You can't really throw archer units out in the middle of the battlefield because they can't counterattack. Some units anyways. So take special care of them. Make sure that if you want to use them, that you keep them out of heavy enemy fire. And use them to almost pick off units, or weaken units sometimes, because in some Fire Emblem games, archers are very good for weakening other enemy units, so other units can get the kill. They can be used very strategically, even though they may not have the best stats, or may not be the best units in general. Okay, I'm going to go back to Gaytree for just a minute. Gaytree is a knight. Now, knights are some of my favorite units in the Fire Emblem franchise because they can be absolute tanks. That doesn't mean they're completely indestructible, though. Along with their nearly impenetrable defense, they have very low magical resistance, and they also have very low speed as well. So, even though they can tank a lot of units, they can't really tank anything and everything, because if they go one-on-one with a magic user, or a unit with an armor-breaking weapon, the knights might be in a very bad place. So, make sure you keep watch of all your enemies and what weapons they have, because you probably don't want to watch your units get slaughtered so easily. Anyways, over here we have a little conversation between this Pegasus Knight and the group of pirates. Apparently the Pegasus Knight, whose name is Marcia, by the way, her brother actually joined this group of pirates, and since the brother is actually a complete oaf, they threw him off the ship into the water. And this doesn't sit very well with Marcia, so she's going to actually help us take on the pirates now. She is a Pegasus Knight, so she wields a lance, which isn't really good considering most of the pirates have axes. But I've learned from doing this chapter a few times that they will never directly go at her. They'll actually just leave her alone. Now, there are 2 Myrmidons that will go after her, but since they have swords, you really don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about Marcia dying or anything. So, yeah, just do your best to beat the chapter, and she shouldn't die. Don't worry about her. Just worry about your other units. Now let's get back to Ike and Gaytree, who are trying to survive against this giant raid of fighters, brigands, and 1 archer unit. Now, as you can see, Ike got completely surrounded in this case. Hurry up, Marcia. We're trying to talk about Ike right now. Other phase. Shit. Marcia won't do anything, by the way. Okay, back to our phase. Ike is completely surrounded by a bunch of units. Now, you might think that this might be okay because he has a sword and he should be able to dodge the axes very well. But the guys with axes still have about a 30 or 40 chance of hitting Ike. So, even though that's a very low percentage, it's still a pretty decent percentage as well. So, you might get screwed. The random number generator might screw you a little bit, and they might actually hit you with a very low chance of actually attacking. So just make sure you don't completely send Ike hoping he'll win, because then you might have to restart the whole chapter, and you probably don't want to do that. As you can see, Gautry got a critical right here, which is pretty cool. I didn't really expect that brigand to go after Gautry though. Even though they have the weapon advantage over Gautry, Gautry has enough defense to where they shouldn't be able to do very much regardless. So yeah, we're going to have Ike finish off these pirates, and then we're going to move on and get on the hold of the ship and help the Pegasus girl out. Now I had to cut out some of the footage coming up because it made the video run on too long. Or not really this video, but the next video, because the next video is going to be a bunch of cutscenes and a bunch of story exposition. So expect tomorrow's video to be like 2 or 3 minutes of me finishing up this chapter, followed by about 8 or 9 minutes of storyline. So just thought I'd give you the fair warning now. And then on Thursday, it's going to be the last Kirby's Dream Land 3 extra video, and then I'll keep this game going until Sunday when the very first Mario Party 1 board playthrough map comes out. But that's enough about my projects. We have a bunch of pirates to finish off. And I don't know about you, but I think Ike likes that idea because he likes slaying pirates. Pirates give him a lot of experience. So therefore, Ike should be happy that pirates exist, so he can destroy them with his giant sword. Now, I'm going to do something really quickly. I'm going to turn off the auto cursor. What the auto cursor does is whenever you end a turn and it becomes your turn again, the main cursor will be on the Lord, but if you turn it off, it won't be on the Lord. And I'm also going to turn the game speed to fast, because one thing that I've noticed is that when you're moving generals or knights like Gautry around, they move very, very slowly. It takes them like 3 seconds to get to one location. And especially if it's a location where you don't really want to move them, that might be taking quite a bit of your time away. So I'm going to turn that on just to speed things along. Is it just me, or did Marcia just say the word crackers? She's such a racist. Okay, so Marcia's going to be talking to us. She's about to faint, even though she had a very easy battle on her hands. So we're going to tell her not to give up, and we're going to tell her that we're going to take the rest of the pirates on our own, and that she should fly away. Now, Marcia's going to want to repay us, so we're giving her name and what group we are, and she's going to actually come back later and help us on in a future chapter, where she might actually join us as a permanent member of the party. So we'll wait until that happens. Okay, we got a few more units left before we can end this chapter. I'm going to try to get all the kills with Ike, but I'm also going to give Gautry a little experience as well, and have him actually weaken the units, which should give him about 10 experience points per battle. And in the end, that may come out to, I want to say, about 40 experience points. And that's not even taking into consideration that he might actually kill another unit as well. So we're probably going to use Gautry and Ike for the rest of the chapter. We're probably going to leave Titania and Sheenon all the way back to where they are currently. And they can just watch us from the ground while we're taking on this pirate brigade. Gonna give Gautry the hand axe. He can't use it, but We're going to give it to him so he can hold on to it for later. Probably going to give it to Boyd. Okay, and we're coming close to the ending point, so I'm going to do one last battle before I end the video officially. So let's go ahead and attack this pirates. And there we go. That's about it. This is SlimKirby. Thanks for watching Let's Play Path of Radiance. Join us tomorrow for the boss battle and storyline.